Alright, how's it going, guys? We had one live stream that didn't go very well. Internet's acting up again. We were supposed to have another one, but with the internet acting up, I didn't do it this morning. But we have gotten a lot of things done around here, just kind of optimizing some stuff mainly. I did notice that this thing is still running, and we've got 345 of the KI-12 or the red cubes done. So when we're ready to get back to that, we should have plenty to keep us going. I do still want to get this moved. I think since we moved our turret wall over, I'm probably going to put it in this area here. Probably do that in a live stream, because I do believe if we make 4 of these, which I do have extras of them, it should be enough. I'll probably put a couple extra in since I've made a couple extra. But it's all running well. I did find that we've been having gold come down in 2 lanes, which I do need to make it come down in 2 lanes, although we don't use it that often. And it messed up this here, so I fixed it. We had wood and all kinds of other mess running down here, so we weren't getting any of our yellow tech, which we are still working on the atomic bomb. I have done a bunch of work here with the red and blue circuits, trying to get it better optimized, which you can see that we stay pretty steady right there at that splitter, even though it looks like they're not coming through as fast. It's going very well. I think my biggest issue with this circuit area is getting enough copper down here. As you can see over here, we do not get any copper down here to these bottom like 6, 12. So we're not getting as many greens out as we could be getting. But you can see that the greens are pretty steady going all the way over there. Unless I changed it to a blue belt, we probably wouldn't be able to use them even if we could get them over here. And the blues are running as fast as they can. And again, they're not getting to these bottom 6. So we need to do a rework of the circuit area at some point. Our blue circuits are staying pretty decent here, but nowhere near as good as they should be, mainly because we're running the modules every time I start using them. And we're also still making these Art 1 and Art 2s, and the waiting on the Fusion Tech to get the Art 3s started. So I'm just filling up that storage chest as much as I can. Our new battery bank has completed, except for this little area, because we do not have, for some reason, we don't have that little area covered. So I'm going to have to grab some to put in there. The reactors have been running great. You can tell it looks like I have a couple steam engines that don't get used because there's not enough steam down there. We've got plenty of water, but you can see the heat doesn't stay much over 5 there at the very end. But we've been doing really well with the power. Haven't had any issues even with that KI-2 running constantly. I did hook up a second copper vein over here. This one here was not running fast enough, so I went ahead and this is what we did in that last little live stream, was ran this one over here up and connected it. So this train, if this one's turned off, we'll go down here and pick up here and only go back over there if it can. Speaking of ones that can't, we still have this one lone little miner down here trying to get all of the stone out of there, which is quite funny. Also, after that live stream, I went ahead and connected our turret wall up down here instead, or sorry, over here. I connected up the turret wall from the bottom of the stone pickup all the way across to the water here. That way nothing's really getting into this unless they come from here. And I'm guessing these guys will come into this area rather than over there. And I will at some point connect this wall up here so we don't have to have any of those turrets anymore. We hooked up another oil thing, so we now have oil in 4 places just to keep up with the amount of oil we need. I'm filling in this area down here with landfill. The bots are. That way we have more room down in that area. I did a bit more optimization with the belts for bringing in iron and copper, and I don't think I'm going to be able to optimize them anymore. So when it comes time to redo the circuit stuff, which probably won't be too far off, besides putting in more stuff for making plastic, which is another thing I optimized, I put in this whole new bank over here for turning heavy into light with 3 production module 3s and beacons below them, and then these to do light oil into petroleum gas, all running basically from these here. We have too much light oil at the moment, so they're not running, but we've actually managed to catch up on our petroleum gas, and that's why they're not running. I also changed over, so I added 2 more for our kerosene to solid fuel and put this in here, so these 4 will be used before the petroleum gas ones get used. That way we're getting rid of some of the kerosene rather than it getting turned into heavy oil down here, mainly because of the fact that I'm doing the crushed coal, which is giving us tons of acidic water. And actually, we have way too much acidic water. I had to put in another tank, which is still filling on acidic water. And other than making sulfuric acid, which we're using tons of, making the fluoric stuff, hydrofluoric acid, we're still not using enough of it. I also changed these over. Instead of using light, they're using kerosene as well. So I had to change them over to chemical plants, and that is using up most of our kerosene. So now these can run more often. They weren't running before. We were mainly just using the ones down there because we were always full on the kerosene, because we were always full on the gas. And I tried to use the item fluid voiding thing, and it does not work for anything that isn't like dirty water and an item. So I think the only way I'd be able to get rid of this acidic water is to put it into barrels. And see, this is kind of my problem here. We keep running low on copper coming through here occasionally. We're going to have to get more copper veins. But I think the only way I'd be able to get rid of that stuff is to put it into a barrel and then void the barrel, because it says it can do items, any items, but it can't do any fluid. Oh, and I also built this. These are our ingot factories to make us bricks. We didn't have enough bricks being made up here, so I just copied it down here, put in 6 of them, giving them the productivity modules, and then putting in a beacon beside each with speed upgrades in it, and used our stone quarry number 2 to help keep the production up, so it wasn't using as much of our stone from up here. And now what we're going to work on today is we're going to get the new facilities made for making this data tech that we need to make the fusion tech. So we need to get a research fuser done, the laser facility done, the magnetizing facility done. We need the plasma facility as well. We might as well go ahead and get the big turbine taken care of. I don't think we have these auto crafted yet, so we'll make those as well. And then the liquid heat exchanger. We might as well get all of that taken care of. We have our magnet making facility right here because it was needed to make these upgrades, and I think it's just fine to use the magnets out of here. And we also have all of our heat exchangers and stuff like that right here in this area. I think this right here, yeah, so this is the liquid heat exchanger, so I did go ahead and get that made. So I think we're just going to kind of continue in this area and see what we can get done here. So let me see, is there a way we should be able to bring it through here? Alright, give me just a minute. I'm going to see if I can actually run, since all of these are going to need the titanium metal composite and the carbon fiber reinforced plastic. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can run that across here, and that way we won't have to use super fighters for every bit of it that comes through. I should be able to run it right here on the top side of this road here without any issues. So I will be right back with you. Alright, so I got it ran over here now. Just took a little bit of weaving and bobbing over here in this area to get it down from here. Just ran it through right there, down through our oil stuff and into here, and I just ran them both onto the same belt. I probably should change those over to the the other ones, the stack inserters. But for right now, that'll work just fine. So that actually means we can take this one and this one out of here, and then we can just jump this up over like so and have it go from right there, and that'll take care of that. So the next one we want to do is let's get our research fuser done, and it's going to need the low density structures that we have being created over here, which they are not getting anywhere near enough copper, so they're not running as well as they should be able to. So we're definitely going to have to get that taken care of. Let's see here. So what I think we can do is we will just... we can't really put that right... Well, we can. We'll just have to bring this down one more. And then we can put this one right there. And then we can jump this over that. And we can run it in right here, which I've got a bunch of them on me, so I'll just feed some of them in here. We need concrete, and we're going to go ahead and use a provider chest for that, because we do not want to try to feed concrete all the way down through here. So it'd be easier to just do that. We need processing units, which we actually don't have coming into this area. So we'll have to grab them off of the belt there, which we're getting very little of them through here. Go ahead and move that over. And this, we'll bring that right down through here. And we actually have concrete right here, so kind of confused why I didn't do that in the first place, but we're actually going to fix that. If we have it right there, there's no reason to not use it. And we can do this. That'll get our blue ones down through here. And we can just bring it right along the side here. And we're going to have a red inserter do that, which, if we're going to do concrete, we might as well bring it down and have the blue ones go with it. And we can get rid of this. Alright, so now both of those will come down through there, which I actually want to have come down right here on this side. And now we can go ahead and take the concrete out of this one, because it's no longer going to be needed. So the only thing that's going into this one any longer is the heat exchangers. Let's go ahead and take that out of there. We'll put that up there to grab the concrete. And we can take the concrete now out of this one. That's not going to be needed. I might as well leave this here because I'm quite certain there's going to be something I need to bring in that way. Alright, so the only thing that's not coming in through there is the heat exchangers. So I guess I might as well put that back on this side because it's not really going to be easy to get them in here. So we'll put these in here, set it again to 50. So when we need more of them, they're there. Alright, so this one we have our blue circuits, which we're going to need to do a second one of them, because apparently it wants a lot of concrete, 500 to be exact. So we'll put 2 of them in to help feed that. We need the artificial energy circuits, which are crystals, which we actually have coming down here on this one. So we can actually do this. Will that not reach? No, that will not reach all the way down through there. Well, son of a gun. Now we can actually cut that, move it up 1. That'll take care of that. And then we can put one of these in right there. And then we can bring this over and bring it down here. And I think what we're going to do for this one is we're going to do one of these numbers like that. And then we can do that, and that'll take care of those. And we're actually going to have to take out one of these, because we need this to do the titanium reinforced and the carbon reinforced. So the only thing we don't have now is the lab and the magnet. And the magnet we're going to bring over. Oh, I forgot to put this in there. We can actually bring the magnet in from right over here. And this one actually has everything it needs, so we won't have to worry about doing anything special there. So let's go ahead and jump this over, and we'll bring it up right here alongside of this iron. And we're going to do the same exact thing. Same thing here. We'll just have this go into there. And then we'll have the low density and the magnets both coming in on the same belt there. I'm definitely going to have to work on getting more copper. I did notice we have 2 more copper veins, so I'm going to work on that. Right now, our biggest thing is this main line here. I do believe is still coming from our old copper right here. Yeah, see how bad that is? We're just not getting enough coming through here. So I think we're going to put a couple more. We're going to basically build some of this, but up in this area to help facilitate that. And I'll just have to see if there's enough iron actually coming in there for that. But that'll take care of all of that. How many of these low density? It needs 100 of them. Wow. Alright, well here, you can have all that I have. And it's probably going to need a lot more magnets than what we're making. Because if I remember correctly, this magnet maker thing is a bit slow. Yeah, we're not using steam up fast enough for it to run faster, because we have to get that steam out of there quickly, basically. And I think I have an idea on how we can do that. If we make a one-way battery where this can dump into the battery and power can't come from the reactor back into them, maybe that'll help. That's one thing I don't like about Factorio is when it has different ways of making power. It's kind of hard to force it to use one power over the other. Or at least as far as I can tell it is. There may be a better way of doing it. I just gotta figure out what that better way is. But we need to make a lab for this. And I haven't made a lab in forever. So we need iron, green circuit, and transport belts to do so. And we have iron coming across right here. And we have green circuit right there. And the regular belt is just iron. How many labs does it need for this? It needs 10 of them. Okay. So let's go ahead and come down here. We're going to make gears in this one. And we can do this for that. And that's fine. We can deal with that later. It's nothing major. Let's just do this. That'll take care of that. And we can send that into here. And we want this making the belt. And we need to bring iron then down. It goes in there. That makes the belt. And then this we can have make the lab with another one of these making gears there. So we need one of these, one of those, and then connect all of this up. And that should take care of getting everything in there but our green circuits. And we have green circuits right here. So we just need to get this down through here, which we can use a red one to do so. And another pole in there, and that'll take care of getting our labs made. And then we can just do this. And we can run this right on back up through here. And over to here. And this should be the harder of the ones we have to get done. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so that's everything. Once it gets a little bit more for the... It needs a lot of blue circuits, so we're definitely going to have to work on that. And we're not going to need this because everything is now coming in directly. So we don't have to worry about that. And we're just going to need the storage box for it to go into when it gets done. And we're going to set this one for that. And then we're going to set the inserter for it as well. And we're going to tell it that we only want to keep like 10 of them. And that should be fine. So the only thing we need is the circuits. There we go. There is our first one being made. Alright, so we've got our first one. Now let's go ahead and look at our next thing. Ingots we already have. We need the laser facility. This is going to need concrete. This is going to use most of the same things, so let's get it set. And this one we're definitely going to use a provider chest for, because we've got lasers being made already, so we can have those brought in. And I actually made a mistake with those up above, so it's good that they're getting used, because I forgot that I had upgraded the facility for making them right here, and I didn't put the red wire on this one, so it completely filled this box with lasers. So yeah, we've got plenty of them. That's not a problem. Alright, so now we're going to need this one. We're going to need this one. So that'll take care of the concrete, the titanium metal composite, the carbon fiber reinforced plastic. We also need one of these down here. So we'll do this again. And I think we'll just do like that. And then we can do it just like this and have it come in right there beside it. That'll take care of those. So we're going to need to get iron from down here, which is going to need to come in to this one, which again is going to be making gears. And then we can put this right here, which will pull the gears out and bring them in up there. And the only other thing we need is fiberglass reinforced plastic. And we have that coming down into this area in a couple different places. We actually have it right here. So let's see how I want to do this. I can jump it over from there to there, but that would be an issue. Or I can turn it and bring it down this way. Problem is I have to get it where this is going to be a little bit weird, but I think I can do this. Let's see here. So if I jump that over to there, we can go ahead and dump those magnets in there. I'm going to have to clean a lot of stuff out of my inventory. But then I can do that. And now it'll be able to pull those off and put them right in there. As weird as that is, it works. Alright. So now the only thing we have to do is get this power pole out of there. Put it over there. And we can put one there. And then we basically can just copy this setup, put it right there, and then we're going to set this to the laser facility, and we're going to set this to the laser facility, and now that will take care of our laser facility. It'll get everything that it needs, except it can't get the magnets. Oh, we don't need magnets for this one. We're good. Alright, so that should take care of both of those. Just thinking if there was a way to block the blue circuits from coming down any further. But I guess once they get back up there, it's not going to be a big issue. So we're fine with that. Alright, so the next thing we need is a magnetizing facility, which is going to be iron gears, electric engines, more concrete, neodymium, fiberglass, carbon, titanium. Alright, so the only one that we don't really have here is the neodymium. We don't have neodymium coming down into this area. The closest place we have it would be over here with the magnets, which we're running on that other. We're already running something with it. Right here's our neodymium. So I should be able to bounce that across here, and that'll be fine. But does this one need magnets? Plasma facility does not need magnets, but it needs electric furnaces. Alright, the big turbine does not need magnets. That does not need magnets. That one we already have done. Okay. So we need to get 3 more of these done. And we're going to start over here. We're going to set this for... I'm actually going to do this one here because this will be easier. Except for the fact that I put it in the wrong spot. Does any of them need the crystals? No. Okay, good. So we can do this. Nope, we need to bring that down there. So we can do this, that. We're going to have this do the big turbine, which means we should be able to change that over to the critical steam next, once we get these made. And we can go ahead and do another provider chest for this to bring in our turbines, which are being made right there. Which actually... I'm thinking we can actually do this. These will be easy enough to get out of here. Unlike the heat exchangers, we can just bring them down right like that, and then we don't have to worry about using a provider for that. And that'll take care of every bit of that. So now we can just paste this in here, change it over to that, and change this one over to that as well, and we'll be good to go with those. So next we have the plasma, which we got to make the electric furnace for, and we got to get the neodymium in here. And then the thermochemical separator needs heat exchangers and heat pipes. Alright, so let's do that one next. That is this one. So again, we can run this down a little bit further. That'll get the concrete in here. We can do that, which will get these two in here. Then we need the fiberglass, which we have over here instead of over here, but we also have it here, which is actually coming down through into this one. So we can actually do this. And we can bring it right down along that side. And that'll take care of that. And let's do this. That'll get that. And then we'll use a provider chest to go ahead and bring in the heat exchanger and the heat pipe. And have those dropped off in there. That'll take care of that. And it needs 20 of one, 4 of the other. So, yeah, having to do 50 and 50 will be plenty for that. And then again, we're going to paste this in here. Switch that to that. Excuse me. And switch that to that. Alright, so that's everything done except for the plasma facility. And we can go ahead and put it in. If I get rid of that electrical pole, we can put that there, that there. That should take care of that. And let's see if we can get this jammed in here as uncomfortably as possible. So that first for those. Bring this on down. And we can do this and this. That'll take care of all 3 of those and that. So we need gears again, which is not a real problem. We can do this. And we're going to have to do one of those. Switch that for that. And I don't know if that's going to go fast enough to keep that. Yeah, not really. But it's faster than what the other one's going to be able to handle. It only needs 40, and I'm guessing this is going to be kind of slow. Actually, no, it says crafted in 4 seconds, but we're not going to need a ton of them. Alright, so we still got to get the neodymium in there, but we also need to figure out how we're making the electric furnace. And the electric furnace is going to be steel advanced. Yeah, let's just bring them in. I think we have them. I know we have them crafted for one of these up here. I don't know that we actually have them auto-crafted anywhere else, but we do have them right here. And they're just kind of sitting here doing nothing most of the time. So this is not supposed to be putting rails in there. Why is it putting rails in there? I'm guessing these got dumped in by something else. But we do already have them in the network. Now I gotta figure out why there's a bunch of rails in there. Because that most definitely should not have rails in it. We've got plenty of room up there for rails to be dropped off. So that's kind of confusing me. Go ahead and do this real quick and just have them, get them out of my inventory and put them where they belong. Alright, so we already have that being put into the network, so we can go ahead and just have those brought in. That's not an issue. So let's set this up here, and we'll set this for the electric furnace. That'll take care of that part. Then the only thing we need is the neodymium, which I didn't leave room to get in. So we're going to have to fix that. I can put this over here. Now let's just leave it there. And we can do a little jump right there. And we can bring the neodymium in there, which I'm going to go ahead and bring from over here. I know how much you guys love my spaghetti belts. So we can just jump that right on through there. And we'll bring it right up through here. Somebody in the live stream the other day said that their belts never look as bad as mine do. And I told them, I said, well, it's because I don't sit and plan anything out ahead of time. When you guys are watching me build this, it's the first time I've thought about how I'm going to do it. Everything is organically built. And for most people, that's probably a terrible way of doing it, but I'm not. I have a terrible memory, so trying to plan something out, I would actually have to have like another sheet on another window that, you know, gave me a list of all the things that I needed to do. And, well, to me, that's boring. Yeah, we're going to take this out because we have nowhere to put what it's making. So we need to get this changed over here just a bit. Now, if I do that, that'll take care of all of those. And then one down there. And then we can paste this in here. And we can change this out to the plasma thing. Alright, so that takes care of all of them. We now have every machine so far researched except for the Stone Quarry 3. No, we have the advanced upgrade, so we even have that done. We're not auto-crafting it because meh. But that gives us every one of these that are done. So we can now start on the fusion data so we can get to our fusion tech, which means we need to start separating water into oxygen and hydrogen. And we will look at that next time, because this has been a long video. I do think I want to take a look at this real quick before we go messing with anything else. I just noticed I had 11 of those on me. I do not need those. Let's go look at this and see if we can change this over. Why is it? How is it missing the fiberglass reinforced plastic? Because somehow the natural one's got over there. Okay. Alright, so this is now empty. Damn it, I didn't want that doing that. It's now got 40. Yeah, now we're going to have to wait because I don't want to lose that 10. And I can't guarantee it's going to put it back. Okay. Get that out of there. I don't care about the steam. Alright, so we have this one and that one. We want this one. Now, is that actually using more? Yeah, I think that's using more. So let's get this out of here. And holy crap, this thing is huge. And that's actually not even the right recipe. That says 80 for 100, and that's steam at 1,000 degrees. We want this one, which is going to use 100. So we want that one, and we didn't lose it, so that's good. Alright, so I just need to get another drum of lead down here, and we can see about doing that, because I want to see if this is actually going to put out like the cooler steam, so you can do like a 2-part thing. So it goes through the big turbine, uses the critical steam, and then it goes through a regular one, and that turns it back into water. Okay, so we need to get our barrel. I'm seriously thinking about putting a storage chest on there so I can just have them sent to me when I need them. Alright, run all the way down the road. And let's go get this barrel put in here. There it is. And that is enough, I think. There we go. So there's our 100 critical steam. That goes in. There's no gooey on it. But it looks like the power is already out of it. And it doesn't look like there's anywhere for a steam output. So it'll just instantly use it and done. Alright, so that'll actually help because the power will get dumped out quickly. Alright, so that works. Alright, so that is going to be it for today. Looks like we're actually going to have our atomic bomb for next time. And I will see you guys later. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know if there's anything that you think I should do a little bit different. And thanks to my channel members and patrons. And I will see you next time.